BBN, this is how you know Kentucky basketball season is officially here. You never know who's going to walk through those doors. Ty Washington's joining me now. Ty, this is your first Big Blue Madness. What are you most looking forward to?
These guys have been busy working the phones all night, so I'm really thankful they're taking a little bit of time to talk with me and to catch all of you up on how their evening is going so far. Of course, Will Levis and Jacob Toppin are here. Will, I want to start with you because you're not from Kentucky, but I think the BBN has really adopted you into this state. You feel like one of our own, and tonight is a really good example of that. What has this whole experience been like for you so far?
It's been great, and like you said, I mean, I've only been here since May, but Kentucky truly does feel like my second home right now.
Yes, if I look a little windblown right now, it's because I spent the morning on roller coasters here at Fun Spot America with the UK football team.
Oh my God! That was the worst 10 seconds of my life.
Maggie Davis joining us now live here in studio with more on Kentucky football's turn in the spotlight today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Larry. Like you mentioned, today was Kentucky's day to shine all about the Cats. We heard from head coach Mark Stoops plus Darian Kennard and Josh Paschal. And listen to this one. Mark Stoops is the second longest tenured coach in the entire SEC behind this guy named Nick Saban. No big deal. The first time I talked to Eddie Brooks, we were right here at Kentucky Proud Park on the University of Kentucky's campus. Now, this is not where he played when he was a member of the UK baseball team. They've made a few renovations since then, but it is where the Wildcats play now. But come Saturday, May 15th, Eddie Brooks will be here at Rupp Arena in downtown Lexington to walk across the stage and earn his degree, 30 years after first stepping foot on this campus. Logan Stenberg was a beloved member of the Big Blue Wall. That would be, of course, the offensive line while he was here at Kentucky. And now he's entering year number 2 in the big leagues and the NFL. But today, it was all about golf. The sort of physicality you were talking about a minute ago. We've really seen that even out of your quarterback this year. I mean, I think I've watched that play of Will Levis dragging the LSU defenders all the way down the field like 15 times this week. How important is it to have a guy like that leading your whole offense, showcasing that physicality sort of week in and week out?
Well, it's very important.
Of course, there are people out there who are worried this changes college sports too much. Just about 30 seconds here. What would you say to those fans? Here is my key to the game: explosive plays. LSU not been much of a threat on the ground, averaging just 2.6 yards per carry. C-Rod's average alone is more than twice that. But in the air, it's a little bit of a different story. You'll see it here. Left-handed quarterback Max Johnson averaging just around 8 yards per pass attempt. He's thrown 16 touchdowns so far this season, and 6 of those started on or behind the 20-yard line.
And Chocolate likes his part of the food, which
they're competing for playing time, right? Everybody wants to get off the bench.
And Kentucky is in for a very unique challenge tonight. We have to talk about Mike Leach and that famous air raid offense, of course. Mississippi State throws the ball right around 57 times per game. That puts them well above everyone else in the SEC, and they move quickly with their offense averaging right around 80 plays per game. That is so different from anyone else Kentucky will play this year, and that's not even a style of football that's easy to replicate in practice. So Brad White, defensive coordinator for the Cats, is really going to have to lean on his veteran defensive guys to step up and adjust on the fly. And we talk about the air raid a lot. It steals a lot of the headlines, but Mississippi State's defense is being vastly underrated here, and they play a unique style as well. It's known as the 3-3-5 defense. You see it right here. All right, I want to let you guys in on a secret, and you guys too. I was at the women's clinic last weekend. Coach Cal had the guys practicing zone. Don't freak out. But I saw it with my own eyes. Goose, do you think that was just for show, or is Cal really going to play more zone defense this year?
I think he is.
Oh my God, look at that air.
Yep. Oh, backwards?
I've never seen a backwards worm before. How are you able to look at this roster, which is so deep, one of the deepest I think Cal has had in a couple years here, and sort of manage everyone's individual expectations and the betterment of the team? Welcome into the LEX 18 High School Sports Zone. I'm Maggie Davis. He's Keith Farmer. And it's week 6 of the season. Many of tonight's games were the first district matchups. Dunbar versus Russell Bulldogs. They're going to come out hot. They strike first. It's junior quarterback Cole Colony with a 15-yard QB keeper. Lays out, crosses the plane. Refs say, hey, that's good. 6 for Dunbar. But hold on, Keith. Not so fast. Russell's going to respond. Quarterback Bradley Rose to Carson Patrick. He's going to go all the way to the house. Well, it's not often we wear red around here, but it seemed appropriate today, celebrating the red, the white, the blue,
trying to ignore the hot dog eating contest going on behind me. 76 hot dogs, that feels like way too many. But anyway, let's start with the blue, Darius Miller. He worked his way up from Kentucky Mr. Basketball to a national champion. She's already gone to 10 world championships, and now she's preparing to head to her 3rd Olympic Games.
Into Tokyo, I'm hoping for some gold medals, individual, team, and my husband also fences. So if he brings back some medals, those medals are mine too.
Hey, I'm not an expert on how Olympic gold medals work, but that sounds fair to me. And you can catch my entire conversation with Lee Kiefer coming up later this week on BBN Tonight.
Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Psalm 23:4 is Josh Paschal's favorite Bible verse. Josh's valleys have been well documented.
I'm sorry to say that those came back as a malignant melanoma.
His battle with cancer captured the hearts and prayers of Big Blue Nation. It garnered national attention.
The bottom of your foot.
And it strengthened his faith.
Josh reached out immediately. His trial of cancer just continued to foster and grow his faith in that journey.
Aaron Hogue is the director for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, or FCA, on UK's campus. That's the organization Paschal credits with deepening his faith, keeping his priorities in line.
Like, I got a hot tub over there that we can go into, a cold tub. Like, all of this stuff is just like a privilege to be here.
And finding his best friend and roommate, UK men's golfer, Jacob Cook.
This is our 3rd year together.
How is Josh as a roommate? How is Jacob as a roommate?
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have no problems.
Better.
They do life together. Like, we always joke around, like, if you see Josh, you see Jacob.
You might remember a couple of months ago, I did a story with UK football player Josh Paschal and his roommate and his best friend, UK men's golfer Jacob Cook. Those two guys obviously spend a lot of time together, sometimes even on the golf course. And last night their worlds collided when the UK football team took over Topgolf here in Orlando. Of course, this was the chance for the UK football team to show off their swings. You would think maybe this was Josh Paschal's time to shine. I mean, he's gotten plenty of practice in with his roommate Jacob Cook. But that's not necessarily what happened. Things don't always go according to plan. I asked Josh last night, I caught up with him right after he got off the course. I said, "Do you think you made your roommate proud today, Josh?" He said this. Take a listen.
Absolutely not.
Well, don't take any of that to mean Josh wasn't trying his best. At one point, he was trying so hard, he actually hurt his hand, bleeding a little bit at Topgolf. That's how much he wanted to be good at golf last night. But don't worry, he's fine. Minor injury, just a little cut. Nothing that's going to really affect him long term or anything like that. That's not the injury, though, the BBN is worried about.
What was it that first brought Abule into your all's lives? How did that even begin to come about?
I mean, it's a long story. I'm a basketball coach, high school basketball coach, so, you know, we get international kids from time to time, and it just so happened that we had a kid from Nigeria the year before, and the person that helped bring him over to this country said, well, I got 3 other kids that really want to come. You know, at 12 years old, he came over.
I never thought I'd be here. It was just almost like my life just changed like this, and then boom, here I am. You know, I came in to play basketball and go to school, and boom, I'm playing football now.
Abule Abade Fitzgerald has officially graduated from the University of Kentucky with a Bachelor of Arts degree in communication.
My family back in Nigeria, we don't have a lot of college graduates there. My mom didn't go to school to graduate to college in the United States of America. I mean, like, it's probably the greatest thing that ever happened to me as a Nigerian kid.
Here's what today felt like at Tin Roof. It felt like all of the fans who think Kentucky is a basketball school, and then all those fans who think Kentucky is now a football school, they all met up at Tin Roof here in Orlando, and they said, how about we do a little bit of both today? That's exactly what we did. We were there. We got to talk to several of the fans. Check this out. The Big Blue Nation is taking over Orlando.
We've always dreamed of coming to like a bowl game.
But on New Year's Eve, Cats fans in Orlando got the best of both worlds because while the countdown was on for the Citrus Bowl,
I'm so excited for tomorrow. Oh my gosh.
A pack of UK fans arrived at Tin Roof to watch former Kentucky men's basketball coach Tubby Smith have his jersey retired. Right before the Kentucky vs. High Point game tipped off at noon. Blue definitely got in, at least by today.
A lot of Iowa out here yesterday.
Any trash talk?
No, they're actually really nice. They're definitely Midwestern nice. So they lived up to the reputation.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my God.
We did it!